Good evening. This is the Town of Auburn Fire Station Building Committee meeting for January 21st, 2025. Call it to order. Our first order of, this is being broadcast on local cable and being recorded. Ask if anybody else is recording. Nope, okay. So first order of business right now is we got 3 past meeting minutes to approve from December 16th, the 17th, and January 6th. So we'll take one at a time. They're all sent out a couple times in the packets. December 16th, it was the 16th and 17th were the days we did the OPM review, interviews and stuff. So take the 16th first. If there's any comments, questions, corrections?
I move we approve the minutes for December 16th.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any other comments? Nope. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? That's a vote. So for the December 6th, 17th meeting, any questions, corrections, comments on that one? Entertain a motion to approve these.
I move that we approve the December 17th meeting minutes.
And a second?
I second.
Okay. And all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It's voted. And the last one is the meeting minutes from January 6th. Was a little bit more involved. Had the first meeting with the OPM at that one, but if there's any questions, comments, corrections? People on that one? No? Entertain a motion to approve?
I move we approve the January 6th meeting minutes.
And do we have a second? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That's approved. All right. So next up on the agenda is our project update from Left Field. And
Thank you. There's a few
you
things I
turn-
just want. Thank you. There's just a few things that I want to discuss, and we discussed the Geotech LSP proposals that we solicited. We've received proposals from 5 firms ranging from $33,000 down to $8,600. We're given our recommendation to go with GSI for $8,600. We reviewed their scope. It's conclusive to what we're requesting for the requirements on the project, and are looking for the committee to allow us to move forward with them. That's the first one.
Okay.
Second, we've set up weekly meetings with the designer. I think they're going to be helpful as we move forward with the process. In conjunction with that, we are attending, and we had a meeting with the department just to go over the original design of 2017. We wanted to make sure that all of the program needs, based on that conceptual design that was done from 2017 till now, still meets their parameter, and if there's any little tweaks to that overall program. We took probably a page full of notes. We're sending it over to the department just to make sure it's conclusive of everything that we discussed, and then we're going to be forwarding over to the designer just for comments and clarity to see the efficiencies that we can try to find within that process. And if there's difficulties, we want to hear back from the designer, whether it can or can't be done, so that we can articulate it back to the department. From there, I think it's going to be productive to collaboratively meet the designer, the department, and us, just to make sure that, if there's any concerns, information that's needed, or, expediting any of the services that we're looking to do, we want to make sure that we're hitting those deliverable marks. We're going to be working over the next couple of weeks on the trifold mailing. The designer gave some really good examples of that last meeting, and we just want to formulate exactly, what design we're going to use and how the mailing's going to occur.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
So the LSP, that's coming all out of the your contract fee? Is
No,
that-
we have we had some money set aside for that.
Okay.
We spoke to the chief, we have money left over from some of the allocation that happened in the past, so we'll have enough funds to be able to fund that without any other impact. Is that fair to say, chief?
Yes.
Okay.
So Chief, do we need to vote on that really, to,
I don't think it requires a vote, Mr. Chairman, because it's part of the town meeting allocation.
Okay.
Which included all of the testing on the site.
okay,
So the town manager can sign that.
okay,
More of an acknowledgement.
yep.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, last meeting we talked about budgets and
Yep.
coming up with numbers and
Yep,
stuff.
I
know
do-
it's-
I-
we didn't have it on the agenda,
Yep,
but I
and-
wanted to
and-
at least get an update.
Well, I do, I have put a preliminary budget together. Right now, to finalize those numbers, we're looking for the efficiencies within the building. That's the reason why we met with the program of the fire department. So I'm not ready to release the numbers right this second. I do have a clear understanding of roughly where we're at, and I think after we meet with the designer over the next week or so, I'll have definitive square footage that I could provide that number for you. I included all of the soft costs that I feel that are going to be needed within the overall construction scope. And as I said, I'll share that with the committee at the next meeting.
Okay. All right, anything else then? So,
Just a quick question. Do you have a time frame or schedule on when the geotech is going to be mobilizing for their borings?
I'm gonna, now that I have the okay to move forward with them, I'm gonna get a hard schedule with that. In conjunction with that, I wanna work to see if the Department of Public Works has a backhoe that we could possibly get out there just to do some test pits and gradation of soil. I'll work with your civil engineer as we move forward to make sure that they're coordinated along. Is that what, I take it that's where you're going with it?
Yep.
Okay, great.
all right. Next item up on the agenda was just an update on the design charrette, but from Tecton.
So you wanna talk about it a little bit?
Sure, yeah. Happy to give a brief preview. So we sent out a draft presentation for review and comment last week and are prepared to present that presentation this evening. A couple of components to that. We'll give an overview of the project, the process thus far to date, the schedule that got us to here, and what the schedule looks like going forward, as well as the current design as it stands and last reviewed by the committee 2 building committee meetings ago in December. And from there, we'll engage in a community charrette for those that will be here in the audience. There are boards set up around the room. We'll go into detail about what those mean and how we're going to use them to get direct public feedback in bulk, and then we're going to break into a session of Q&A where we can have people expand on sort of some of the comments they had made. Number of folks are probably going to be attending remotely, so we want to make sure that we're capturing as many comments from the community as we can. So we also digitized the portion of the charrette that's going to be taking place here in the room physically online. So there is an online portion for those attending remotely, and we're going to leave that online survey available for the next week, so that if we don't get enough comments today, we'll have a full week for anybody in the community who is willing and able to provide input on the project and the design.
Okay. Any questions for Tecton?
My suggestion is, Chief, if we could get the online portion out through the department, Facebook, social media, and then we can share it out to the other.
Yes. Matt sent the link today, so
Okay.
as soon as the meeting concludes tonight, I'll do the draft post, and
Okay.
either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, the link to that will go out.
Okay, cool.
All right. Next item was just open discussion with the committee members for future topics to be covered. If anybody has anything that's been burning they want to bring up. you want more information on?
Yeah, just, there's a couple of things. The charrettes are obviously one big step to make sure that we get community engagement. I'd like the committees to think about some other localities of where once we have the information from the charrette and the information's consolidated and being able to provide it more in detail with the overall outcome of it, I'd like to make sure that we're meeting again with another group or two, that we can provide that same transparency to the entire community, that's all. So if I could put your thinking caps on of localities of where that might be and some timelines associated with it, that's all.
Okay. Any other comments, questions?
Well, I think probably if we have a rough budget for the next meeting, then we should start planning how we want to socialize that and, you know, what's the right approach. So we should probably be thinking about that as well and come up with a plan at the next meeting. Because that's what everybody's looking for, I think, so.
I can guarantee it'll be a lot less than what you went through before with.
Well, we didn't even go to them.
All right. Anything else? All right, so the next item is just open up for public comment for anybody that's here and wants to comment to the board. We will be, the design charrette will be happening at 6:30 after this meeting. So there'll be a break and then we'll come back to that. So if there's any comments? Nope. All right, then right now the next meeting is scheduled for Monday, February 3rd, back in the school committee room, as a heads up. And then, if there's nothing else, I would entertain the motion to adjourn this meeting, so get ready for the charrette.
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah.
I just looked, there are some people watching on YouTube, so just for those watching at home, when this meeting adjourns, we will start live streaming again at 6:30, so you will be able to watch the design charrette on YouTube starting at 6:30.
Okay,
Motion to adjourn?
second? All those in favor? Aye. Okay, we'll be back at 6:30.